Hello boys and girls, 3-Ball Josh here, and it's Halloween, All Hallows Eve, my favorite freaking night of the year, man. It's awesome. I was hoping to do something great and grand and spectacular or spooktacular for you guys, but unfortunately, just, with everything going on, I just didn't have the time to do it, so I apologize. So instead, what I want to do is I want to share with you guys, some of my previous videos. The first year, I started doing videos in 2007 with a fellow vlogger by the name of Carlos Octavian. He and I did, that's right, I said it on the record, almost every week. And we decided to do a Halloween video where instead of, dressing up in stupid ghouls and goblins and princesses, which Carlos wanted to do, I'm still not sure why. We decided to go super cheese with it, and I put on blackface, he put on whiteface, and I dressed up as him and he as me. And we did our first Halloween video like that, and it was a lot of fun. And then later, a few days later, on Halloween itself, I had to work a double at the restaurant I was currently working at. Really ticked off about having to work a double on my favorite day of the year, so between shifts I actually went home because I only lived a couple miles from the restaurant. I went home and did a quick Halloween rant. I got a lot of cool feedback from that. There was, a few people told me how much they loved the video, and there was one of my at the time subscribers. I don't think she subscribed to me anymore. I honestly have no idea, and she kept telling me how that was like her favorite video that she's seen. She had watched it like 50 times. Even months after the video, she'd go back and watch it when she had a bad day just to brighten up her day, and that made me happy. I'm glad that my misery brought happiness to others. But it's, in all honesty, it's actually one of my favorite videos too, because this was before I had editing equipment. The camera that I used filmed in a format that was not compatible with Windows Movie Maker, so I couldn't edit my videos at all. So they all had to be done in one take. And so that was one of the issues I had with a lot of my older videos was, I'd get halfway through a video and I'd lose track, or I'd draw a blank, or I'd stumble over my words, and it would just tick me off, and I'd have to start over from the beginning and scrap takes 1 through 15. It was a pain in the butt, but something that I love doing, so I didn't mind. I kept going. I kept doing it until I got it right. This one I was actually able to do in one take because, again, it was just spur of the moment. I was really pissed off, so I came home, did a quick rant and rave, uploaded it, and then went back to work. The following year, I was back in Kentucky, and I took a friend of mine's daughter out trick-or-treating, or at least that was the plan. Didn't quite go out, didn't quite pan out the way I had hoped for it to. I was hoping that she would just get a ton of candy, and to the point where her mother would be so pissed about, the copious amounts of sugar and artificial coloring and flavoring that she had. But again, it didn't work out that way, so, the next day I decided to make up for it. I'm not going to tell you what I did. You're going to have to watch the video. Links in the description. Last year, I decided that instead of doing a Halloween rant, at the time I was doing karaoke videos and stuff like that, because at the time I was doing karaoke on a weekly basis. Every Thursday, almost without fail, I would be at the local bar and sing a few songs. Last year, though, I decided to do something a little different, because I also like to do goofy stuff, so I went on a whim, thinking they wouldn't even have it, asked if they had Monster Mash to do for karaoke, because it was like a day or two before Halloween, and it turns out they did. So I had them plug that one in, and I sang Monster Mash for karaoke. Again, link in the description. So, I haven't only been on for a few years. There's only a few Halloweens for which I've done videos. That's all I got for you. So for those of you who are young enough to go trick-or-treating, you shouldn't be watching my videos. Just saying. Just kidding. But I hope you got a ton of candy, and I hope you drive your parents crazy with all your sugar hyperness. For those of you that are going out to crazy parties and stuff like that, be safe. Don't drink and drive. Have a designated driver, and send pictures of you in your skimpy costumes to Dilligaff333. Send your pictures of you in skimpy send your pictures of you in skimpy costumes to Dilligaff333 and Lucky Strike 502. If I wasn't 3 Ball Josh, I'd wish I was.